to what we're enjoying Wednesday, part of Elmhurst Public Library at Home, library's online program series. Each week, our staff will talk to you about what they've been reading, watching, listening to, playing, or otherwise enjoying that they suggest to others. Recently, I've been enjoying the new Disney Pixar film, Luca. Luca is a young sea monster who has been warned his whole life to stay under the waves and away from the land monsters above the surface. One day, Luca wanders a little too far and finds out that when sea monsters like him get dry, they become human. Unfortunately, his parents find out and threaten to send him to live with his uncle. Luca runs away from home and goes to the surface where he meets another young sea monster turned human, Alberto. The two of them decide to run away and go to the nearest Italian village where they meet Giulia. And the three of them decide to enter a triathlon together to help Giulia beat the neighborhood bully and to help Luca and Alberto earn money for a Vespa, which they have decided is the most wonderful thing in the world. Luca's parents go to try to find him, but because they've never seen him above water, they don't know what he looks like as a human, and they start pushing all the neighborhood kids into the fountain, which I found very funny. It's a really enjoyable film about family and finding your place in the world and being true to yourself. I highly recommend this for families, and while I watched it on Disney Plus, the DVD and Blu-ray will both be available August 3rd, and you can already put a hold on these in the library catalog.
Today I'd like to talk to you about the book Speak Up, written by Miranda Paul and illustrated by Ebony Glenn. This is a book talking to our children about all the ways and all the times that they can and should speak up. There's obviously the things like speaking up when someone is spreading a rumor or when someone is hurt. But I also like how they have things like speaking up when someone mispronounces your name. It seems really small, but a lot of people don't do that. Speaking up to correct misinformation. Here's one where they talk about speaking up when they had a really good special day, letting someone know that they did something really helpful, that you're grateful to them. I like that the characters in the book are all different types of kids. We get to see lots of diversity in the book. I like that the examples are things that kids actually would experience at school. And then at the very end, there's some back matter discussing kids who have spoken up in real life, times when you should speak up and when you shouldn't, ways that you can speak up without talking if you're not quite ready to use your voice, and then a note about some of the illustrations in the book. So this is Speak Up by Miranda Paul, illustrated by Ebony Glenn.
I just finished reading The Henna Artist by Alka Joshi, and it's so much more than a novel. It's like a travelogue that has you travel back in time to 1950s India. They recently emerged from British colonialism, and the book sways on a tightrope between traditional and modern, between colonizers and indigenous people, between women's rights and misogyny. Trigger warning, there's domestic abuse. But at its core, it's the story of a woman struggling to make a life for herself and climb out of poverty. The lush setting of the city of Jaipur, also known as the Pink City, is described so well by the author Alka Joshi that I could picture it as clearly as I can see my surroundings now. I could not bear to let this book end. It was so good. So the best part about this book is the fact that the sequel, The Secret Keeper of Jaipur, just came out.
This week I'm enjoying The Other Black Girl by Zakiya Delilah Harris. This is an office thriller about a young Black woman who is working her way up in the very white world of publishing in Manhattan in present day. And it's been described as Devil Wears Prada mixed with the movie Get Out. And I think that's pretty accurate. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it because it tackles issues of race and discrimination in the workplace, but it's also a page turner and a really great read for summer. Enjoy.